A low hum becomes a roar as the camera opens on a wide concrete apron at dawn. The horizon is silver. The air holds the hush of machines primed and waiting. This is the story of preparation, precision, and calm under pressure. An inside look at how air crews, maintainers, and support teams execute an emergency takeoff with the discipline of a well-rehearsed choreography. What follows is not about conflict. It is about people, procedures, and the extraordinary logistics that allow a large, complex aircraft and its crew to depart safely and swiftly when minutes matter. We begin in the operations center, where controllers and mission coordinators receive an alert. Radios click, display is update, and a clear, practiced chain of communication unfolds. The voice over the net is concise. A launch condition has been declared. Immediately, a cascade of checklists is set into motion. For a B-52, one of the largest and most long-lived heavy aircraft in the world, this means simultaneous activity across multiple specialties: aircrew, flight engineers, weapons load crews, refueling technicians, and ground support. Each team knows its role. Each procedure is designed to eliminate uncertainty. Cut to the flight line. Crews sprint with purpose rather than panic. Ground vehicles weave between aircraft, fuel trucks, maintenance vans, and tow tractors. Technicians in reflective vests move with practiced economy, carrying tools and checklists instead of hesitation. Aviation life relies on redundancy. Multiple people verify every critical item. For the B-52, pre-flight inspections are detailed and methodical. Surfaces are checked for integrity. Control surfaces are verified. Tires and brakes are inspected. And the engines undergo a quick but thorough assessment. It's a balance between speed and safety, and it requires trust in training and in the systems designed to support human decision-making. Inside the cockpit, 2 pilots and several crew members settle into positions that feel like home. Their motions are efficient and rehearsed. The pilot's hands find familiar switches and levers. The flight engineer runs through a condensed version of the pre-start checklist. Radios are set, transponders keyed, and navigation systems aligned. The crew's dialogue is clipped, precise. Intelligible commands and confirmations that reduce ambiguity and ensure everyone shares the same situational awareness. This clarity becomes the backbone of a safe, expedited launch. Outside, fuel rigs connect, and the refueling crew works under strict protocol. For a heavy aircraft, such as the B-52, fuel quantity is a critical calculation. Crews must balance the need for range and endurance with the realities of weight and runway performance. Specialized equipment is used to top off tanks quickly and safely while maintaining standards that prevent spills and hazards. Simultaneously, loadmasters verify that cargo and any onboard systems are properly secured and that weight and balance computations reflect the aircraft's mission profile. A remarkably silent hero in every rush launch is the checklist. It is both paper and memory, a cognitive aid shaped by decades of operational experience. Checklists are broken into bite-sized, prioritized steps that allow teams to work in parallel where feasible. When time is short, teams practice a sterile cockpit approach for critical phases. Unnecessary conversation stops, and focus narrows to the tasks at hand. This discipline keeps errors low and performance high. As engines spool up, technicians complete their final walkarounds. Signals from the tower and ground controllers coordinate taxi routes and clearances. Aircraft of this size require wide turns and ample spacing. Ground controllers manage the traffic flow like conductors orchestrating a complex symphony. The taxi to the runway is a test of spatial awareness and patience. Even in an urgent situation, movement must be deliberate. Taxiway lighting, pavement conditions, and weather become variables that pilots evaluate continuously. The moment of takeoff is often portrayed as dramatic, but for seasoned crews, it represents the culmination of countless hours of training. Pilots align on the runway and advance throttles with steady hands. Instruments climb, audible cues confirm engine performance, and the aircraft begins to accelerate. For a heavy bomber, acceleration is measured and controlled. The runway passes beneath with increasing speed, and with practiced judgment, the crew rotates the nose and begins a climb. Even in an expedited scenario, the priorities remain clear. Maintain control, monitor systems, and communicate any anomalies immediately. Safety is never sacrificed for speed. Redundancy, cross-checks, and conservative decision-making are built into every phase. If any system shows an abnormality, crews are trained to abort or to proceed with contingencies that prioritize people and airworthiness. This culture of caution is a product of institutional learning. Procedures that worked decades ago are refined continually. Lessons from exercises and incidents are incorporated, and training scenarios push crews to practice tough calls under stress. Beyond the flight deck, the human element is central. Crew cohesion, trust forged through training and shared experiences, allows teams to move faster without cutting corners. Pilots and technicians communicate in a tightly framed language that minimizes confusion. Mentorship plays a role. More experienced hands guide novices through high-tempo operations until competence becomes confidence. Leadership, at all levels, fosters an environment where anyone can speak up if they spot a hazard. That freedom to call attention to concerns is a non-negotiable safety valve. Technology supports but does not replace human judgment. Modern avionics provides situational awareness and diagnostic tools. Advanced radios and data links help coordinate movements across the airbase. Yet in time-critical moments, it is human adaptability that adapts procedures to the immediate conditions, be it a sudden shift in wind, a foreign object on the runway, or an unexpected maintenance readout. The best systems are those designed to augment human decision-making, not to obscure it. Training for emergency launches is intense and continuous. Crews simulate scenarios in full-motion simulators and on the ground, practicing everything from visual cues to equipment failures. These rehearsals include multidisciplinary drills where logistics, security, and medical support are integrated into the response. Repetition builds muscle memory. Realistic stressors help crews learn to keep cognitive function focused under pressure. Exercises also reveal gaps, prompting process improvements that incrementally raise the standard of readiness. Community support is another often overlooked element. Fire and rescue teams, medical staff, airfield operations, and even local airport management have roles in a rapid launch scenario. Coordination across these diverse groups ensures that if something goes wrong, responses are immediate and effective. Drills that bring these elements together build an ecosystem of preparedness that extends beyond any single squadron or aircraft. As the aircraft climbs away, instruments settle into cruise parameters. Ground crews complete their post-launch routines, accounting for tools and clearing the flight line for subsequent operations. In the debrief that follows, teams review timelines, equipment performance, and human factors. Debriefs are candid and constructive, not to assign blame, but to learn. What went right is reinforced. What could be improved is documented and integrated into training. This iterative feedback loop is how organizations convert individual actions into institutional excellence.